Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you the proper way in which to detail a car. Now there are a lot of ways that people over the internet debate on how to do this, but most people swear about the 2-bucket method. Now the 2-bucket method is where you take your mitt or whatever you're using to wash the car, you dip it into the foam or wherever your soap bucket is, and then once you're done using it and you need to rinse, you push it, or you squeeze it out into this bucket, which has that strainer device at the bottom. And that strainer device at the bottom is going to collect all of that dirt and grime that would not be collected if it was just a bucket of water. Now, on top of that, the other products we're going to be using today are all come from Chemical Guys. So we're using the Chemical Guys wash mitt, the Chemical Guys Mr. Pink Super Suds car wash, and the Chemical Guys Diablo wheel and tire cleaner. In terms of where to start on the car, no matter what method people utilize as their personal preference, everyone agrees that you should start on the top of your car. Now, by starting on the top of your car, you're getting all the dirt from the top and moving it towards the bottom. Like, for example, if I were to start on a door or a fender, I would have to come back up to the roof where there is dirt, and that dirt would just go over where I already started. So guys, when it comes to the actual scrubbing / washing part, you want to move in smooth, consistent lines, and you don't want to apply a lot of pressure, because applying a lot of pressure will ultimately damage your paint. Now that I'm done with the roof of my car, in order to keep going, I need to rinse my mitt. Now, using the 2-bucket method, I'm going to take my mitt and squeeze it out into here and run it up against the bottom to get all those dirt particles out. And now it is ready to be put back into here to start the next body panel. Now, again, following that same method, I'm going to continue moving from the top down as I move to the hood. Although it makes sense for me to move to the back after the hood, I'm going to move to the front bumper, as I still have some residual soap from the hood that's dropped down as shown. Again, as we're working, the 2-bucket method truly shows us the importance of having this diffuser and this extra bucket as a whole, in comparison to just rinsing it off with a hose and putting it back in the soap bucket. Look at all this dirty water. Now that we're done with the hood and the front bumper, we keep moving in that top-down order and we work on the back. Another thing people miss when they're working on scrubbing the back of their car are the exhaust tips. Now, building off what I previously said about the exhaust tips, let me show you truly how dirty they get, especially when you have an older car that's not running quite correctly. Now, for reference, this is a light gray colored sock, and don't you worry guys, mom approved. So if you take the sock and you really get in there, you can see how much soot and just nasty stuff builds up over time. Like, if I continue to just get my fingers in there, you'll see it's all coming off. Make sure you do a good job at getting that up, because it really makes a difference. You can already tell. Now that we're onto the doors, again, I like to start at the top and I like to work my way down. Especially when you have these window visors, you need to make sure that you're getting underneath them as shown, because a lot of dirt and grime is accumulated through those. So you start from the windows. And again, you want to make sure you're using consistent lines all the way across. You don't want to be doing any of this. You want to keep consistent lines to make sure you are covering every surface possible, and you just keep moving your way down. Now that we're just about done with this side, I'm going to go ahead and skip to the wheels, since the other side is the same process, just on the other side of the car. Last but certainly not least, in my opinion, the most important part, the wheels. Now, at the surface, even just spraying them with water might make them look clean, and I'm sure for most people, it is enough. But if you look closely, there is a lot of brake dust that accumulates just over time by hitting your brakes. and we want to make sure we get that out. Now today, my product of choice, Chemical Guys Diablo Wheel and Tire Cleaner. Unlike most other automotive care products, it comes in a bottle. Now, to actually use it, you're just gonna spray it like any other sort of kitchen cleaner slash spray, product that you have at home. Make sure we get it in these grooves real good. Now you don't have to use a lot, but make sure every surface area on the wheel has some on it. Next, we're gonna use our pad with no soap this time, just the wheel cleaner, and start by scrubbing the faces. Another big thing, at least for me, although it's not important about Chemical Guys and their products, is that they smell really nice. For example, this one smells like bubblegum, and it makes me want to wash my car even more just so that I can smell it. Now, again, after getting the face, you want to make sure you're getting deep up in these grooves, as brake dust likes to accumulate in them. Now that we've rinsed the wheel off, let's see how well it did. The faces look nice, other than whoever's grandma before me who curved the mess out of these wheels and left random spots like that. But anyways, faces came out good. Now when we look at these little crevices that accumulate brake dust, this is exactly why you get quality stuff. Alright guys, now that each wheel has been done, this officially concludes the 2-bucket method. As you can see, the car turned out beautiful for 18-year-old paint. And again, to highlight one of the wheels, as a reminder, the products used were both from Chemical Guys, but the actual car wash was their Mr. Pink Super Suds car wash. And for the wheel and tires, it was the Diablo Wheel and Tire Cleaner.